Well, friends of Mundo Maldini, here we are in the hotel after that match between Barca and Brest. You have the video made of the match right after it ended, this Barca 3, Brest 0, which has left Robert Lewandowski as one of the 3 players with over 100 goals, 101, in fact in Champions history. The other 2 are Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo, and we are going to give the ratings thanks to the friends at the hotel, a new hotel in Barcelona, who always let us use Spot to make this video. It is very late at night. I am already watching it on Wednesday morning, late in the morning. But at this hour, I will already be flying to Manchester to then take a car to Liverpool to comment on that spectacular Liverpool-Real Madrid match on Movistar. You will have a video today right from Anfield as soon as the match ends. Let's go with the ratings for Barca in this match against Brest. We are not going to give ratings for Brest, obviously, a team that has been, I think, at the mercy of Barca from minute 1 to 90. But let's go with the ratings for Barca because there are many things to discuss. Well, friends of Mundo Maldini, you know that we sponsor the city of Ceuta. It has a very peculiar area as well. What we see here is the dead woman, and if you look at the mountain, it really looks like a dead woman lying on her back, and here we are, well, 100 meters from Morocco. These houses are already Morocco. This is a border crossing that has been closed for many years. The border crossing that is used is much further away, obviously, and it is also a very beautiful area to visit. It has beautiful areas to visit, picturesque, curious, wonderful, and this is one of them, to be honest. Here you have it. We are going to keep talking about the match, but I have to tell you, honestly, you have to visit Ceuta. It is really worth it. Well, here we go, friends of Mundo Maldini. Start with Iñaki Peña, whom I am not going to rate. It's just that in the end, he had no work, 0 work for Iñaki Peña in the match. It was a play with a cross shot that was a goal, which was disallowed for offside. Practically the only time Brest approached with any danger. Some shot, but really practically without danger. Iñaki Peña has been unused in the match because Brest has attacked little and because Barca has defended very well the little that Brest has attacked. So Iñaki Peña remains unqualified. Let's talk about Koundé. I liked Koundé's match. He arrived quite a bit down the right flank. The attack generated danger. I think that after that terrible match, especially that terrible end of the match he had the other day against Celta in Vigo, Koundé, well, today he has relieved himself a bit. Barca won comfortably and he was quite good at right back with Rafinha in front. For me, a 7 for Koundé. 7 for Koundé. Pau Cubarsí, he was named man of the match. Cubarsí played very well. I'm not saying he wasn't very good with the ball. The usual plays from Cubarsí from the back, but wasn't the best for Barca in my opinion. He has been named man of the match, but I do not agree with that award for today's Champions match to Pau Cuba. If I'm not mistaken, it's the 2nd time he has won it this season. But I'm going to give him a 7.5, meaning he was good, notable, he was good, but for me not at the level of other days, even for Pau Cubarsí. Íñigo Martínez, well, very calm as well. I say that Brest practically did not attack what he has always done, just like Pau Cubarsí, just like the fullbacks, is push the defense up a lot. And it's true that Barca continues to take risks in that. And it's true that he was caught a couple of times, especially once with that play of the disallowed goal. But well, for me, I leave Íñigo Martínez at a 6.5. They continue at a great level, I have no doubt. A 6.5 for Íñigo Martínez. Gerard Martín, who was very poor against Celta, was quite good today, quite good. In fact, he provided the assist for one of the goals. The goal by Dani Olmo, the 2-0, is an assist from Gerard Martín. Then Dani Olmo does very well in the area, of course, but he has participated a lot in the attack. He has arrived well from behind, and I liked Gerard Martín's match. It was a nice gesture from Flick today to give the kid confidence because he had played very poorly against Celta. He should have been sent off that day. They gave him confidence, and he had a very good match, logically. Valde, who reappeared today, we will talk about him later. Well, as soon as Valde plays again, he will be the starter, and as soon as he returns to his level, but good match. Gerard Martín, for me, a 7 also for Gerard Martín. I give a notable rating to Gerard Martín. Let's talk about Casado in midfield. Well, he is a guarantee, friends, in the world. Maldini is a guarantee. Practically everything Casado does, he does well. He doesn't have a bad match by chance. He was sent off, and I suspended him for the expulsion. He hadn't played poorly. And today he played a good match. Also quite comfortably, it must be said, because Brest practically did not pressure Barca. A few moments in the first plays of the match, but not much more. He was not pressured, but well, for me, a 7 for Casado. Let's move on to Pedri. Pedri had an outstanding match. For me, I think he was the best in the match. Honestly, Pedri for me was the best in the match. I am going to give him an excellent rating. I am going to give Pedri a 9. Why? Because he has the game, the match, the team in his head permanently. I mean, look at how Pedri is playing in the double pivot right now. I was telling Jordi Cruyff, as we just did the program on Movistar. A little while ago, I was talking to him. I told him, I said it on the program, your compatriot Frenkie de Jong has it very difficult because at the level he is, asking for a double pivot, and at the level he is, which is married, he has it very complicated. And that is the reality. And that is the reality. He has commanded the game, played what he wanted, had many touches. When he holds the ball, he hides it. Some interior passes. The pass for the penalty of the 1-0 is his. Great match by Pedri, who for me deserves an outstanding rating. A 9, I had already said. 9 for Pedri. Fermin, who started playing on the left, then sometimes inside, but I think he has slightly changed Fermin's profile today, playing a bit more on the left. He has penetrated a lot there. He has been good. I am not seeing the best Fermin by any means this season. It is true that he is coming back from an injury, but he is struggling to get into the game. I am not seeing the best Fermin. For example, that Fermin we saw that day against Napoli, in that match last season, when Barca eliminated Napoli, I think we will be able to see a good Fermin. But at the level that Barca has right now, the squad, it won't be easy for him to get in much. Honestly, it won't be easy for him to get in much. But in any case, I give Fermin a 6.5. He had a good match, but far from the level of other teammates, a 6.5 for Fermin. Let's talk about Rafinha, who played on the right. Sometimes moving inside when Koundé advanced, but quite worse on the right. At times. He has been good. He had some dangerous shots, some dangerous interior passes. He is not at that dazzling level. We saw, not long ago, he is not at that high level, but still, he is at a great level. Rafinha has not been the best of the match for me. I'm going to give Rafinha a 7.5. For me, a 7.5 for Rafinha. Dani Olmo, great, tremendous match for Dani Olmo. Almost at Pedri's level. I mean, he participated a lot inside, scored a great goal with a great maneuver. And I say he saw it clearly. Flick the other day played very close to the left wing in the first half. He didn't show up. He has been much more involved inside. They found him, they looked for him a lot. He has been found a lot and has generated a lot of constant danger. For me, a 9 as well. An outstanding performance for Dani Olmo's match. For me, a 9. I know the opponent wasn't a high-level rival, but I really liked Dani Olmo's match. And of course, Robert Lewandowski. Here we have to give him a bit of a rating for the match itself. He scored 2 goals, one from a penalty that he generated, another very late. But of course, that penalty goal means it is his 100th goal. And as I said before, only Messi and Cristiano have reached 100 goals in the Champions. It will be very difficult. He won't catch up to Cristiano, and it will be almost impossible to catch up to Messi. But third and fourth are 2 players who are no longer around. One of them is Raúl, for example. So I believe what Lewandowski did today is historic. And since it is historic, I will also give him an outstanding rating. This match will be remembered for Lewandowski's 100th goal in the Champions, so a 9 for Robert Lewandowski as well. 9 for Robert Lewandowski. Now let's move on to the substitutes. Gavi has come in well to work with the match already, well, very much in favor, logically, for Barca. He came in to work, he pressed well, a 6.5. The other day I really liked the match against Celta. I think we saw the best, not the best Gavi, but a Gavi at a very high level. Today he wasn't the same, but he came on with the match resolved, a 6.5. Well, the other day he was a starter, remember, Balde, who provided an assist. In fact, he gave the assist for the 3-0 to Robert Lewandowski. Well, he came in at the final stretch, and that assist already gives him a good rating. We'll give Balde a 7, because when he is at 100%, he is an undisputed starter, as he was being very important for Barca. Very important for Barca, Balde. So a 7 for Balde. Pablo Torre. Well, he participated very little when he came in at the final stretch. I will give Pablo Torre a 5.5 because honestly you can't give him much more. And then he played very few minutes. De Jong. I won't rate De Jong. And we finish with Hansi Flick. I really like these rating videos. Because you all interact a lot. Friends from the Molden world, you interact a lot. You really enjoy giving your ratings. I invite you to do so, of course. Well, the match was very comfortable for Barca against a considerably weaker opponent, honestly, even though they were well ranked. But I told you they played against teams not of the top level in this Champions League. Well, I think the lineup was the correct one. I found it interesting to give confidence to Gerard Martin on the left wing after the poor match the other day. That detail of Olmo more inside with Fermin a little on the left, sometimes swapping them. Well, I think a 7 is fair for Hansi Flick, no more than that, because the level of the opponent wasn't too high. So a 7 for Hansi Flick. Next match for Barca against Las Palmas, Saturday at 2. You will have a video as soon as the match ends, of course. Now I have a radio show. I never stop. You know me. I have a radio show. It's going to mean little sleep because tomorrow we are going to Manchester from Barcelona and then from Manchester to Liverpool by car, which is quite close, to cover that spectacular match on Movistar. And to make the videos for all of you, friends of Mundo Maldini, Liverpool, Real Madrid, for now today Barca, 3-0. The ratings have even been given. Hug. Bye 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 bye.